Well, hello everyone to a new episode of Better Motion. And today I got Celcea here with me. She's our brand connoisseur, manager, mystical, incredible. Everything that you see at LottieFiles that looks nice, it's on her. And we're going to be talking about today, it's DAM, our new service right within LottieFiles. And what is DAM? What is that DAM thing? Well, DAM, it's basically digital asset management. So we have such a great tool with the workspace at LottieFiles that we got the need and the request from many of our customers to store more files there, right? And because we have versioning included, we have so many, new features and interesting features, collaborations, permissions, all of that. So now we're enabling a lot of more file types into the workspace, and we're calling that a digital asset management tool, a DAM. So what that implies is that you now as a team will be able to have everything design related, everything that is part of your design process inside your LottieFiles workspace. So the LottieFiles workspace becomes a lot more useful and expands way beyond Lottie's. So Celcea, welcome. I'm already saying a lot of things, but I really want you to be the one, that tells us about this.
Thank you, Jaime. I think there is, DAM is digital asset management. That's what it stands for. But one of the biggest things that I'm very happy about DAM, specifically, I think for our team as well, is that when we're working on a design, it's kind of a mixture of everything. It's not just Lottie. Like we would need SVG sometimes. We would need like SVG overlap with a Lottie or like with an image. And it really depends on every page or like every use cases that we're working on. And I think for every team that ship digital products, they would need a way to democratizing their assets. We've gone democratizing Lottie as a format and how people can use it from the workspace and download it to multiple formats. And we want to have that also for different types of files as well, so that everyone within the company will be able to get that file and use it for any kind of thing that they will need in their design. Because what you will need may be different with what I need, right? But then it shouldn't be a problem of finding it. So we think, so this DAM features is actually to make everyone, it's like opening the door to everyone to like, hey, this is the assets and just use it as you need.
You might be fulfilling my career's promise. I studied information engineering, and when I started early in my career, one of our professors told us that the main goal of our career is that we will be able to provide the right information to the right people at the right moment in the right format. And that was the goal of our career. Yes. And by what you just said, basically I just have had the DAM back then, and that's it, right? I can graduate now. What it enables is that you can store all kinds of design related files. And just as you're saying, when you're creating a design, it's not necessarily a one, not even a one file, but not even a one tool, right? Or process. You might be using Figma for something. You might bring in images from somewhere else, right? Exactly. You might be creating your animation in After Effects, and then going to Lottie and Lottie Creator to finalize something. So you need to have the Lottie and the images and the SVGs and all of it kind of together in order to have or show the right and get all the assets in one central place, so that is very clear. And that's what DAM enables, right?
Yes. And I think also another thing that I specifically very happy about this is the capability where an asset is being uploaded into the workspace, you will be also understanding the context. Can
you tell me more about that?
Is there, like, for instance, if a file is it in progress or is it final? Or is it actually an archive? But it's important for the people to know, because, for instance, I need to know what was the design before so that I can see If the new design
The
is in
evolution of that
progress,
design as it goes.
what is the difference? How can I compare it? And then, oh, this one is for a social media, but this other one is for the landing page. So we might need a different speed for the animation, right? And if these files doesn't live in the same space, I would need to open and close another type of window. And even like the communication tools will change from one to another.
Then things get lost maybe in a Slack thread somewhere where someone said,
Exactly.
here's the file that you can start the animation with, and that becomes a mess.
Yeah.
So now that communication, because commenting, just as it happens with any Lottie animation, is still supported for any file now inside the Lottie workspace. Also, that means that, things like versioning as well. You can see previous versions of the same file, right?
Yes, because
That's pretty cool.
versioning is very, very important, especially when we are testing. Like you know it yourself. Like when we design, we want to know, okay, is the scaling correct? When the design is going onto your phone screen and when it goes to the landing page for the web, the scaling is very important. We can't just simply like, oh, let's just reuse it. A lot of people might believe that reusing is very
really easy.
Very easy, right? But sometimes we would just need to like, okay, we just need to move a little bit because we have a little bit more text on the web. So those versioning is very, very important so that this version 1 could be used for the web, and then version 2 can be used for the social media. I mean, of course, it depends on the team as well. You still need to have a team convention, like things that you agree on like, okay, how do we do the versioning? Is the current version is always the one that's going on live, or is it like we keep 4 versions for every file, for instance, right?
Exactly.
One is going for social media, the other one going for web, the other one going for the other things. So those convention needs to be happen within the
set
team.
up and be established prior. Yeah.
But those discussions.
But you have the capability to actually do so, which you
to actually execute it.
Before.
And to actually make it happen. So, and everything lives there. So you're commenting, when are you sending the comment? Who is sending the comment? Who is making the edit? It's very clear, because before this, it will take you like maybe half an hour just to figure out a file.
Just to get started.
Who created this file, right? Who
do I need to talk to get onto this? Yeah.
Yeah. And then like, oh my God, she's away. I need the source file. And then you will be like, hey, sorry, I know it's your day off. So that kind of thing is like, okay, we don't want that anymore. So with DAM, it's allowing you to have that access to files that you probably only seen in like once a week of the company presentations. But then now you can be like, okay, I need that file. I have a presentation tomorrow. And that would be great if I have that animation or that SVG or that image to be in my slide, instead of like me scraping and wondering who has this file.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense. And also searching and betting on it so you can easily find it, get the right context for a file and maybe how it can be used, right? You have a description also for every file, so you can, set some instructions there, leave it so they don't bother you on your free day, right? So it really improves collaboration in many ways, right? It makes sure that everybody, the right people have the right access, meaning that if you need to make something more private or just inside a particular project where not everybody has access, those permissions can be set up as well. And it enables, it enables a lot more context into this. I love the idea. And it's, I was thinking about it because when you think about file management, you just have a tool like Google Drive or OneDrive. It's missing still a lot of that, right? They might have versioning, they might have, some context, but having the ability to comment, to have the right permissions, to just give the right access to the right person, it enables a whole new dimension when it comes to collaborative work. And I think that's one of the advantages. And there's one important thing, right? There's some things that we didn't do. So this is not for every type of file, right? We don't want the accountants putting their Excel spreadsheets here. So this is for designers and design related files. So image galleries, illustrations, SVGs, videos of all kinds, right? Adobe After Effects files, sources of all files, Figma files, Is there anything that I'm missing here? I wanted also to talk about what's coming and what are we doing? What are the next steps that we're going to do with them? So maybe Celcea, you can share with us what's, no need to tell us when or the extent of this, but now that we know that, we have all the files that a designer can need there, original sources from After Effects, multiple types of video formats and image formats, everything that a designer might need. What's the next thing that we could offer them to make life a little bit easier?
It's a converter to Lottie.
All right, tell me more.
Yeah, because for instance, if you need a video, we actually also face this within our team, right? If we want to embed a video, it's always like, oh, it's a little too big, but then we want it crisp. So you compress it, but it's not small enough.
It loses the crispness. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it loses the crispness, but then the size is still really big, right? So converter tool like a video to Lottie, that will be available as well within the workspace, and that's gonna make our life or designer's life or engineer life a lot easier. And having the DAM actually within the workspace itself, it's very easy for you to, let's say if you have an SVG, I think we had a couple of clients who were like, we have so many SVG's assets and we want to convert it into a Lottie. How do we do that? I mean, for now, we can bring it to a Lottie creator, and then we can put up presets. We can make an animation very quickly, but the conversion gonna help you to speed up that process. So those are the things that I think it's gonna help the team to ship even faster and lighter with a better performance for the digital products. So that's what's
and that's the goal, right? That's the end goal. That's what we all want. We want, to deliver the best kind of design experience to the most people in the best way they can receive it. Right? So file conversion is going to make, a lot of conversions easy. It's not only everything to Lottie. From what I hear is, you will be able to convert some things into some other formats as you need as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool things coming up as well for, our digital asset management tool. But, I would like to invite everyone that is watching this to go and try it out, right? Go take a look, upload some files, see how it works for you and your team, start sharing, creating projects, doing permissions, and you will realize how cool this can get and how easy collaboration gets once you do this.
Can I add one more thing?
Of course.
There is one, like when we look at Google Drive, or we do use Google Drive, right? Or like any other tools that are helping us to store our files. Oftentimes, we will be required to do another action step, meaning like we have to click just to see what's inside.
Yeah.
So our digital asset management in our workspace have like a very unified dashboard where you can actually see what it is, what type of file it is, who last opened it, what is the progress status, without you needing to be like clicking on it one by one.
Jumping into the actual sheet to get the information that you need.
Exactly. So that is very, very helpful, especially
it's the little time savers, right? It's those kind of things that really make a difference, right? It saves a couple of minutes every time.
Exactly. Because those when you're clicking on it and then you go back to the top and you're like, okay, I have to scroll down again. And now you can just scan through really quickly, like this is what I'm looking for. And I need the MP4 format, and that's it. I click on it, download, done. Beautiful. Or get a CDN link. Beautiful. Yeah.
All right, Celcea, thank you so much for joining me into this episode of Better Motion. It was great to have you. And hey, everyone, you can reach out to us if you have any questions, but hey, try it out, right? Just sign up for an account, test it out, and let us know what you think. Thank you for joining us to another episode of Better Motion. Ciao, ciao.
Thanks, Jaime.